Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my first sort of coffee focused video again. Today I'm going to touch on a topic that I have done 2 videos on previously. I keep getting questions and I've also got some further thoughts, and that is this, the Timemore Black Mirror Nano coffee scale. But before we get into it a little bit more, let's make a coffee. I mean, the art was terrible, but it's all in the taste. Delicious. Coffee from Hermanos, Colombian Roasters. Shout out to those guys in the UK, in London, I think. I'm not going to stand here and go, oh, I could taste the dark chocolate, the pistachio, the orange marmalade, and the salted caramel, because I couldn't, but it's just nice, just delicious, good coffee. I do know that's a sort of medium roast though, I do know that. But anyway, while I drink that coffee, I tell you, it was more effort doing the video than it was bloody drinking it. But yeah, back to the scale. So let's start with the pros. I think the price is acceptable, about the £80–90 mark. They're small, they're lightweight, compact, fit under the Gadget Classic, which is a major plus for me. That's the main reason for buying them, just the size. I guess I was drawn in by some of the features like the auto start, the auto stop and stuff, but I'll stop myself right there, pardon the pun. The auto features and that, so you've got 3 modes in this really. You've got a manual mode, full manual, you've got a pour over mode and an espresso mode. I'll tell you why, just use the manual mode and don't bother. Firstly, you have to do 5 taps to switch between the modes, and you have to do them in sort of a methodical but also timely manner. Too quick, it won't change. Too slow, it won't change. So it's just annoying. But secondly, don't bother, because in espresso mode, obviously it's not connected to the machine, so it doesn't know that you've started your shot. And as we all know, you start the timer when you start your shot. So this won't start until for, well, about 1 gram to 2 grams of drips into, so basically it can feel weight. So that's no good, because you could be 10 seconds out and then you may be counting before, counting after, so what's the point? Same with sort of pour over. Now the pour over method works a little bit better because it obviously starts when you start pouring, which is great. But if you, after your bloom phase, or basically right at the end, you want to give your bed a swirl to even the bed out, as soon as you do that, you've lifted weight off. So it thinks you've finished and you've moved on. So it stops the timer. So again, you don't get an accurate representation. Now, one thing that is good on this scale is the flow control. Now, I've done a video all about flow, so I'll link it above. And it is fantastic because Lance Hedrick recently did basically a pour over to suit every method. And he talked about getting a flow rate in there. I think 6 to 8 grams a second, I think something like that. This has it with that button on the side, and you can use it in manual mode. So basically, I would say if you're after a compact scale, which is sort of an Ikea Luna, but not quite. I think the Luna probably looks better. It's also got an app. I don't really know what that can do or anything, but I mean, that is a gold standard priced scale anyway. It's about £260 or something. It's a lot of money anyway, and I don't think I can justify spending that on a coffee scale. Is it gold standard at weight? Who knows? This measures 0.1 to 0.2 grams, which I think is more than acceptable. It's slim. I don't think the angled display is an issue. I know some people would have preferred a flat one, but for me personally, if I'm holding it out like that, so if I'm looking directly at it, I can see it. If I'm looking above it, I can see it no problem. So I don't see the issue personally, but horses for courses, and it's just preference, isn't it? USB-C charging, so that is fantastic because micro USB's done now in it. Everything should be USB-C. Even the iPhones, etc., are going to have to go to USB-C. USB-C, sorry. Battery-wise, you charge it, it lasts, honestly, months. I've had this over a year now. I think I've charged it 2-3 times. It lasts for absolutely months. And obviously, you're not using it for minutes and minutes or hours at a time, are you? It can be sometimes seconds. One thing that is a little bit annoying is the fact that the buttons on the side are not really a button. They're like a haptic tap type thing. Now, I don't like the noises or buzzers on anything, so I turn them off. But if you wanted to make sure that you definitely press the button, you could have the beeps turned on. So then you know you've touched the timer. But I've got to the point now where I've used it so much, I kind of know where to tap. And I don't think I've missed a beat in months now. So I literally on my Gazio Classic, I'm like that. I've got the button ready there, and I just go dump. And I haven't missed a beat on it for months. So for me, not an issue. So bottom line, if you're after, and this guy, this rubber mat, I hate it. And I'll tell you why I hate it, because it's an absolute nightmare to keep clean. I don't know if it's because it's static or whether it's because the material it's made out of, it's got like a cut, so like perforated, it's probably not the right word, but basically bits of dust and stuff get clogged in it. Just get rid of it, it's rubbish. I hate it. This guy, you can just wipe it. So if you get some drips on the scale, just wipe it with a clean cloth. Jobs are good, and that mat, I hate it. So to round it up, if you're after a decent scale, which is small, compact, good accuracy, got features if you want them but don't necessarily need them, reliable, I'd say go for it. Otherwise, if size is not an issue to you and you just want start-stop functionality, I'd probably look at either the Timemore, the Black Mirror, so the bigger version of this guy. It's about half the price. And you could also potentially just look at maybe an Amazon scale for about £15-20 would probably do you as well. The main reason really for this guy, and really the Luna in my opinion, is the size. You want the size. And there are other scales out there that I've seen now. I think Wakeiko do a small scale as well now, but it doesn't look very good. Aesthetics are part of it as well, really, aren't they? This looks good as well. So yeah, links will be down in the description, guys. Please like, please subscribe. Plenty more coffee stuff coming, and I'll catch you in the next one.